Okay, good morning everybody, welcome back. Today we're continuing with the fuse, and we left off last time with this wing mounting point that's got to go in, and we'll also be working on these nose tank pieces, top and the bottom, and then of course we'll be adding the firewall in the front. So when I was gluing in this F3 former, I didn't glue it all the way to the top. I left the top loose so that I could spread it a little bit, because this mounting piece fits into some slots here on both sides. So I was able, I made it so that I was able to spread that a little bit and get that piece put in. It's going to go like that. I'll be epoxying that. And then I'll go ahead and finish gluing this former to the sides and finish that piece up. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll be working on the nose, and we'll see where we get from there. Okay, so now we've come to a very critical part of this fuselage build, and that's getting this nose squeezed together. Very daunting thing. It feels like it wants to break. Hopefully it won't. We're going to be using a big clamp and these blocks of wood here, because we want the pressure from the clamp to be spread out evenly along the side here. If you put too much pressure, if you put a clamp on here without the wood, it's going to make this pressure per square inch a lot higher than it needs to be. So hopefully we can spread that out with these blocks and get this section done. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up my epoxy. I'm using the 30-minute epoxy, so I have time to work with it a little bit here. And then we'll clamp it up and we'll let it set. we got the next several steps inventoried, got the parts inventoried here, and basically we'll continue with the nose. We have this upper fuselage piece that's got to go in here, and then with this 3/16 inch square we'll be making a couple of stringers to go across there, and then eventually the sheeting will go on the top. On the bottom we have the landing gear mounting block that'll go in right about here. And then we have these turtle back pieces that will mount in here. There's 4 of them. And then we'll be using this dowel to make stringers for the top. Go on there. And then we have this ply tail piece here. The tail top will go on here. And that's where we're at right now. We're going to go ahead and continue with that and see what we can get done today. Okay, so we got the top stabilizer deck glued in. Of course, I'd already had these turtle deck pieces put in. There's one more to go in here, right in here. Except the problem is we have to actually install the horizontal and the vertical stabilizer before we can put this piece in and before we can put the stringers on. So what I would need to do is I need to finish. I'm going to cover these before I glue them in, because that's just going to make it so much easier to do the final covering on this thing. So this will have to set aside for a minute, and the stringers. However, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the bottom. I'm going to be putting the sheeting all on the bottom here, and that's going to be from this these long pieces. We'll glue on, we'll cut, and we'll bring it around, stick it here, glue it, cut it, stick it here, glue it, and we've got a couple of these sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that now, and so that I can finish this video up for the day. So that's going to bring us to the end of this latest installment, episode 7. When we come back, hopefully I'll have the horizontal and vertical stabilizers covered so that we can get them mounted onto the fuselage. We'll get those stringers put on, we'll get that other turtleback piece installed, we'll get the landing gear in, and I'll figure out how I'm going to mount that door. So, like if you want to, comment and subscribe, and I really hope